Everybody, how's it going? Today is March 16th, 2023. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news. And, well, there is a lot to go over because we were greeted with a very interesting title card here, much like what I've done to my title card. They happen to drop the green lettering for the Monster Strike news. And, of course, people are all in a blaze trying to figure out what that meant. Well, let's not wait any further and reveal the next collab. It is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Tensura slime Ken, which looks like they shortened that down to Tensura. I think people are saying in the Discord channel that in English they usually break it down to like reincarnated slime, maybe. But for the purposes of my slides, I will be just using slime collab. I apologize for the shorthand, but I need to save space in a lot of places, so I will do that going forward. Or I'll just use Tensura in Japanese, right? Let's just use Japanese naming here. Anyways, the collab will begin on my birthday, March 17th, noon, so it'll still be the day before, but we will be able to get this in our hands starting tomorrow. March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, noon, Japan time. Okay, Japan doesn't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I know, but let's take a look at the gacha monsters for this collab. We've got Rimuru Tempest in the water element. She will be having the following kit here. We've got Bounce. She is a demon type. Not many, collab monsters have a demon Mazoku class. So that's very interesting to see. But balance type as well. Super anti-gravity barrier, anti-wind, anti-speed downwall, and barrier for the main. On the gauge, super anti-warp, recovery, and soul steal. Strike shot is a speed and power up, and there will be a follow-up attack after done moving. Again, highly recommend you to watch the official YouTube video channel to see the strike shot in action. Of course, I will go into detail in the rundown about how the strike shots are actually functioning. It does look like she has some kind of percentage attack attached to her with this strike shot, but we'll get the full details after people are able to get their hands on the character and analyze the strike shot in detail. Bump combo is a water chase sphere as well as a Chozetsu blast. Strike shot, did I talk about speed and power up? And of course, yeah, I did that. Never mind. Anyways, let's move on to the next gacha monster. We've got Benimaru here in the fire element, and his abilities look like the following. He is, of course, a demon balance type as well. Bounce, super anti-damage wall, first killer, right position killer, and super laser stop are on the main. So 2 killers on the main means, he is going to get a nice big punch with the bump combos there. Gauge, we've got super anti-warp and anti-transport wall. Good to see more and more characters getting transport wall. I guess for collabs that really help too much, but might be critical for special stages though, the collab stages. Strike shot, speed and power up, and we'll do a follow-up attack to the first hit enemy. Bump combo is a fire Chozetsu homing 18. That's, again, that will get powered up with the correct configuration of being the first hit monster with the first killer and right position killer on the right half of the screen. And also a nice support bump with the super defense down blast. Our last gacha character will be Shion in the dark element. Her ability, we got a pierce type along with the demon balance configuration. She has super anti-damage wall, super anti-warp, weak point killer, and strike shot turn reducer. Anti-transport wall and shield breaker are on the gauge. Strike shot, speed and power up, and she will reveal all the weak points of the hit enemies and a follow-up attack to the first hit enemy as well. Bump combo, we've got super reflective multiplying. That's the one where it hits and then starts growing even further. And the Go poison meter meteor. Go is of course just 1 level above super, so just an even more effective poison meteor attack. So those are your 3 gacha monsters for the collab. For the 4 5-star monsters, we've got Soei and Hakuro in wood and light respectively. And this collab will be up for the full 2-week, standard 2-week duration in which you can try your luck on this gacha. As you can see, Rimuru Tempest is in that slime form in the pre-transcended state. So On top of that, For every 10 pull you do on this gacha, you will be getting a EX bonus, and that just gives you one of these 9 good job stamps. There are 9 in all. You will never get a dupe. Once you get one, it's taken out of the pool, and you will definitely get a new one until you exhaust the pool. Now, of course, that does mean if you really want all of these good job stickers, you may have to do 9-10 pulls to get them all. And of course, with the collab comes a new starter pack. We have an exclusive collabmon with the starter pack, and this time it will be Shuna here. Shuna will be of the light element, and you also get all of the items there on the right to help you out, especially if you're a new player. But most importantly, if you love this collab and you really want this Shuna, this is the only way you can get it, by paying 1,000 yen. That's about $8 nowadays with the transfer rates. So here's the transcended form of Shuna, and let's take a look at her stats. Bounce, demon, balance type, that's a common theme across everybody. We've got super anti-wind, anti-transport wall, super laser stomp, and status effect resist. On the gauge, we have anti-block and status effect recovery. Strike shot is a speed and power up, and she will be invincible for a set amount of turns after she is done moving. And the bump combo, very interesting bump combo here. We have copy and bound charge. That is a very, very interesting looking kit there for the bump combos. We'll have to see if she finally transcends, the status of it's a collab, special pack character. You don't really need it, but that definitely looks very interesting to see. So we'll have to see what people say after they get their hands on her and see if it's worth it or not. Now let's take a look at the event monsters for the collab. We got Gabiru in the water element, we've got Geld in the wood, and we also have Lamiris in the light element. And of course we get 4 5-star monsters event quests as well. You will get Muran and Phobio as those 2 monsters. So these 5 quests will be available for the duration of the collab as well. One of them will be a 24/7 direct drop quest. 2 of them will be in the schedule. I'm going to assume Lamiris will be the direct drop quest, but we'll see once the collab begins. And of course, we will be getting a Insidious quest. It will be featuring Milim here, and she will be a farming type Insidious quest. All monsters you bring to this quest will be at max luck, so you do not have to bring any actual max luck monsters because everybody will be max luck in this stage. So bring your OP monsters and farm away to max luck meeting here. And of course, don't forget, usually how this happens in a collab is halfway through we will get another news and another Insidious will come up, and we'll see how we need to farm that later. But what we don't get all the time is this. We get a Collab Guardian Beast available, and when you get a collab quest available, the shard drop rate doubles, so it's not as painful as it normally is. And you also have the opportunity to use a Fuetter Biscuit to save some time and just make it go past faster. That will be available on launch of the collab as well. Now, what is the Guardian Beast? Well, it's a logo, I guess. I'm not sure I completely understand what... It's not a monster, which is kind of disappointing, but maybe I'm just misunderstanding something. But it looks like it's just a logo here. Please correct me, somebody, in the comments. But here's the abilities. Basically, it will reduce the monster that uses this this Guardian skill, by reducing its strike shot by X amount of turns. The requirement is to kill a total of 15 enemies. Very easy. That shouldn't be a problem at all. You wouldn't be wanting to use this ability in the beginning parts of a stage anyway, so I think that's a very easy requirement to hit. And as you can see on the chart on the bottom, this is what the levels and the amount of turns you can get. You can see that it will be variable on what your actual result ends up being. So you are rolling the dice a little bit, but as you can see, as you increase the level, the lower the floor of the random amount of turns that you get increases, as well as your ceiling increasing as well. So level 1, you will guaranteed to be only getting a 1 turn reduction, but let's say you're at level 5, it'll be a random roll between 2 and 4 turns reduction. And if you go all the way up to level 10, it will be a random roll from 4 to 8 turns. So very, very interesting Guardian ability here. I do think this is going to be absolutely worth it to, to try, having in your back pocket. You never know. Getting a reduction of 4 is huge. 8 is amazing. And you could do some pretty interesting things, I think, with some pretty powerful strike shots if you're able to speed that up by a whole 8 turns, for example. So obviously you can only use this ability once, but very interesting to think about. Now, of course, with a collab we will get some missions to accomplish, and this time we will get some Rimuru missions to complete. How this works is you're gonna get, clear these missions, you'll get something called skill points. We'll talk about how you can use that in a bit, but you'll also be collecting a monster through these missions, as well as getting some additional in-game items to out. Now, what is that monster? It is conspicuously grayed out in the middle there. You'll be getting Veldora Tempest here in the Dark Element. He will be a monster that you are collecting through these missions and logging, by the way. So, basically you'll have a mission, you'll get rewards and a monster and a skill point, essentially. So here are the missions here. Now, this might be a little bit small for you if you are looking at it on a small screen. Of course, as always, these translations will be available on ENG Monst and the Discord channel. It'll be pinned in the general chat area for Discord, and it should be pinned on the first post on ENG Monst by the time this video goes up. So if you can't read it right now, I highly recommend you check it out there in those other places. But as you can see, the missions are pretty straightforward, whether it's to clear with a slime collab monster in your party, or to just for example, the 4th mission there with the Miracle Min, that gives you 2 skill points. All you need to do is clear that with 3 or more non-gacha monsters in your party. Or something maybe a little bit more, difficult. The let's see, let's go on the right half of the screen, the 4th from the top, where you have to speed clear the Guardian Beast quest with 12 or more turns left on your speed clear counter, and it needs to be done on the higher Chozetsu difficulty quest. So it can range a little bit, but what's also important here is that they did specify in the missions that all clears must be no continue clears to count. Occasionally they'll say, oh, all you need to do is clear it, but they did qualify that this time, so please be careful about that. And if you clear these missions via co-op, they will also count for you, even if you aren't the host. So just a summary, here are the rewards that you can get. Like we were talking about, the Veldora, Yeah, Veldora Tempest is the monster that you'll be collecting. You can also get the badge there, right? The last mission at the bottom right is giving you that cool little dragon hand badges, I guess. There was also 1 Tokudama that you can pick up, as well as those in-game items. Now, on top of all of this, you will be able to pick up some extra skills. And these are just kind of like I forget what those colored things from the Madoka collab, right? Where they gave you an additional ability that you could use for those collab quests. It will be the exact same function here. You will be able to unlock these skills by spending your skill points, and you can use these skills in collab quests to help make your life a little bit easier. Now, you could have those extra skills, but you can also upgrade them one more time to turn them into unique skills. And when you upgrade them into unique skills, you will of course need more skill points to do that. But when you use that, you will be able to first you'll be able to lengthen the amount of time that these skills are active for, and then reduce the cooldown time before you can use it again. So very useful to upgrade these skills into unique skills so that you can be a little bit more efficient with your skill usage. So do keep that in mind. And again, this will be maybe a little bit tiny to see on the screen, but there are 5 skills that you can utilize. The one in blue will increase your attack and bump combo by 50%. You'll be limited to 30 minutes of that being active, and then once you do that, you'll have to wait 6 hours before doing it again. But if you upgrade it to the unique skill, the duration doubles to 60 minutes, and the amount of time you need to wait is reduced to 33%, where you only have to wait 2 hours instead of 6 hours. So you can see how important it is to upgrade these abilities. In pink, or I guess I made it purple on the right side, but this will allow you to start the stage with all of your monster strike shots charged. Right? Normally you might be able to roll the dice with your max luck skills, but this will guarantee it to be ready for you, which is nice. The base skill will have it active for 15 minutes, and then your cooldown is at 6 hours, and then when you upgrade it, it'll go to 30 minutes long, and the cooldown time reduced to 2 hours. In the yellow color, we have a increase of weak point damage by 50%. That will be active for 30 minutes, and then you will have to wait for 6 hours. Upgrade that, you will be able to have it last for 60 minutes, and then wait for 2 hours. In orange, you will be able to get double drops on your boss drops, basically. Obviously, this will help you out farm the stage even faster. This will be active for 15 minutes at the base level, but you will have to wait 8 hours for it to refresh. If you upgrade it, it will increase to being active for 30 minutes, and then you'll have to wait for it for 4 hours. So that is a little bit painful. 8 hours and 4 hours is a long time. So do keep in mind, this is probably something you want to prioritize. And the last skill will be to have a guide active at all times. Makes me a little scared for how precise that Insidious quest might be, but this will be active for 30 minutes, and then the cooldown is at 6 hours. And to do it again, or to upgrade it, you'll be increasing your effectiveness for 60 minutes, and then you will only have to wait for 2 hours. Now, you can also see on the note on the bottom, you will need to spend skill points to also be able to activate multiple skills at the same time. At the base level, you will only be able to activate one at a time. You need to spend a skill point with that +1 button so that you can activate multiple skills at the same time. So please do not forget about that. Again, I'll have a rundown video where we'll actually go over all that stuff, but keep that in mind so that you don't forget off the bat for yourself. Let's take a look at the login bonuses here. Every day you will be getting 3 Veldora Tempests on login, and then on day 3 and 5 you will be getting a Tokudama as well to help slightly increase your chances to get something from the gacha. And of course, as is the case with all collabs in the world of Monster Strike, the farmable monster from the missions, Veldora Tempest, and the paid pack exclusive monster will function as a max luck monster for the duration of the collab. So for those of you who are new to the game, all you have to do is put this monster on the front of your party, and no matter what the current luck is, it will function as a max luck, which means you'll be guaranteed to get 2 additional chests at the end of the stage. And that is it for the collab. That was a lot, but we are still not done because there is a lot more to go over still. First, 20th Monster Strike Day, don't forget to pick up that Tokudama. It is, again, 1 single free pull on the collab gacha for a measly 5 luck. Please don't. No, it's not 5 luck, but for insignificant luck, you can get that. Okay, actually, I guess that's not it for the collab. There will be a special stream on the 20th of March at 8 p.m. Japan time if you want to watch that. Not sure what exactly is gonna be involved there. There's something related to how the missions were broken down, but we'll see what the live stream is all about then. And now we'll go back to the world of Monster Strike proper. We've got Diamond here getting a Transcension Kai, Bounce, Paladin, Super Balance type, Anti-Gravity Barrier, Anti-Warp, All Element Resist, and Null Element Resist. And then on the Connect skill, we've got Super Anti-Damage Wall, Bump Combo Boost, L, and Protection. That is a very interesting set of skills there for the Connect skill. To activate that, you will need to have 2 or more non-Paladin classes in your party, or 2 or more non-balance types in your party, which shouldn't be too bad, I think. Strike Shot, Speed and Power up, and then we'll reveal all the hit enemies' weak points. And then the Bump Combo is an all enemy lock-on laser EL along with a defense bump combo up. So Very nice. I think I'm really excited to see Diamond get his Transcension Kai. I have quite a lot of copies of him. There was one instance where I felt like I was getting him almost every other gacha temple or something. But this was pretty cool. We got a nice cutscene of Nobunaga and Nobunaga X finally getting their Transcension Kai. Let's start out with the Dark Nobunaga form first, her Transcension Kai. We got Samurai Super Balance Bounce type, Super Anti-Damage Wall, Super Mind Super Laser Stop. On the Connect skill, we have Magic Circle Boost and Counter Killer. On the the requirement for the Connect skill, 2 or more non-samurai classes, or 2 or more non-bounce sling types. I mean, non-samurai types shouldn't be that difficult, so maybe not too bad. Strike Shot, she will split into 5 copies and then Motivate, which means you do have to touch a friendly unit to have them begin moving, but any of those 5 copies will count as touching a friendly unit. Bump Combo is a Dark Pierce target lock-on Shockwave 4 along with Baku Zetsu Slashes. Baku Zetsu Slashes is new. They've upgraded Chozetsu Slashes to Baku Zetsu, so we'll have to see how much stronger those Baku Zetsu Slashes really are. Because it'll be interesting, right? We've got Magic Circle Boost and Counter Killer to help increase her damage along with Super Mind Super, so Super Anti-Damage Wall too. So that is 4 sources to increase attack. We'll see. We'll see if it ends up being worth it or good. Nobunaga X is the other Transcension Kai, of course. You know, they are completely separate forms. X is the limited version. Bounce, Samurai Super Balance, Anti-Damage Wall, Super Mind Super L, and Regen M on the main. The Connect skill is Super Anti-Gravity Barrier and Power Aura, as long as your HP is above 85%, you'll get an attack boost. Requirement, 2 or more non-samurai classes or 2 or more non-balance types. Again, shouldn't be too difficult to pull off there. And the Strike Shot is a Grand Motivate, which means friendlies automatically move without having to touch them. And anytime she hits a wall, she will put up a healing wall. Nice utility there. Bump Combo, Chozetsu Solid Bullet and Super Clone Bullet for the second Bump Combo. Both of them being water. On first glance, I don't know. This one seems a little bit underwhelming. I'm not sure. We'll see if other people think differently, but I feel like the standard Nobunaga looks a little bit better at this moment, but we'll see. Which is kind of a shame since, the X is the limited one. But we'll see. Anyways, for those of you who have the Valentine version of these monsters, you will get some amazing art. I think this looks really nice. You can see that the crow is serving tea there on the bottom right, and there's also a chocolate crow there too. Looks pretty awesome, in my opinion. Valentine's Nobunaga only if you already have the Valentine's version of that character. And of course, the X feel of that Nobunaga version is also available. And last but not least, we get another limited monster getting a Transcension. This time it will be Mahoroba. And Mahoroba is a Bounce Deity Blast type, Anti-Gravity Barrier, Super Anti-Damage Wall, Super Mind Super M, Anti-Magic Circle, and on the gauge we have Vital Killer M along with Shield Breaker. Strike Shot is a speed up and increases the weak point effectiveness of all hit enemies. Bump Combo is a quick charge shot, which is new, so I assume you will not have to wait as long for that charge shot to get to the highest, attack value, which I think is going to be a big change. That was definitely a complaint about how gimpy the charge shots could be. But you also get an all enemy pierce splitting bullet too, which looks pretty darn good. So we'll have to see where Mahoroba can shine, because it definitely looks interesting there. Now for the release dates, Mahoroba will be releasing the day after tomorrow on the 18th at noon Japan time. That is a Saturday Japan time. And then on the 19th, we'll be getting the Nobunaga and Nobunaga X will be both released on the 19th of March on noon Japan time. Diamond will be released at the usual time on Tuesday, which will be the 21st at as well. Whew. So that was a lot. Not only did we get the collab news with Tensura, but also all of those limited monsters getting Transcension and Transcension Ties. Next news, we got the green font back. It will be on the 23rd of March, same time as usual. And here are next week's lucky monsters. The Apostolos on the bottom right is a little bit of a pain. I definitely don't have her, but we'll see how much I have for the collab. Might have to do some farming otherwise. But anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you're just excited for the new collab, let me know in the comments below. We will kick things off tomorrow on my birthday, March 17th. So hopefully that is a present from me by proxy of Mixie that you'll enjoy. We'll see if I can't do something, on my actual birthday, Friday. Maybe I'll try to do something after work. I do have dinner plans, so maybe after dinner I can do a small live stream. We'll maybe do some gachaing live. I haven't done that in a long time, so maybe we'll see how that goes. No promises, but we should do something, right? So anyways, again, comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. ENG Monst, all of the slides will be there, and hopefully I don't forget to post the pin the missions there. The Discord channel, I know I've already pinned it there, so go ahead and check that out if you're in there already. And of course, thank you so much for watching until the very end. Until next time.